Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm actually back again with this video. It's about the chosen one. I've never have a video that is actually that specific, but I need to, because most of the time I just know that people won't vibe with my energy, and that is okay. I'm not for everyone, and I don't intend to be for everyone, and I don't give a fuck about that. So actually, I'm back again with the video about the chosen one that actually have a celebrity aura. Yes, I've came across a lot of video on YouTube whereby a lot of spiritual leaders talking about it, and they somehow saying something that is actually the same. So not the same, it's different. It's just that I'm like, okay, okay, okay. But we like yesterday I just got this download and I was so lazy to make a video. I was like, nah, it sounds so crazy. Because most of the time, like whenever I have to channel a video about the chosen one, I don't know. Okay. So as having a celebrity aura, we are not just having a celebrity aura. We are actually celebrate. That's why you just know that in a spiritual in a high realm, spiritual realm whatsoever, because we're spirit, we are having higher ranking. It's not about another, we are having higher ranking. That's our own celebrity status. But in here in on earth, they describe celebrity in a different way. They describe celebrity as you have to work hard for it, you have to do this for it. We don't have to, like, to us it's natural. It's natural to be genuine. It's natural for us to be our true self. Even if you're still manipulated whatsoever, you still want to be yourself. Even if you're still in the lowest side of yourself, because you hate being sensitive, you hate being where you are, because you listen to a lot of motherfuckers who try by all means to kill you, who kill. No, they don't have to kill with a gun. They have to kill with whatever that they're coming out on their dirty mouth. So they're trying by all means to make you silent. They silent you whatsoever. Because why? They fucking hate you. Because there's no way you can have like a load of bullshit on how you're gonna try to destroy someone, how you're gonna try to be a dickhead in order for that person to not to come up, and how they're gonna like whatsoever. The thing is, with the chosen one, we are celebrating, or we are all here to redesign our society by being just true. They are guided to us to be with themselves. They don't have to be like the chosen one too. They just have to be in a place where they're lost. But most of the time, when you are a chosen one, you're coming across people who are actually lost, who are in a very dark place. They feel like they don't won't be able to come out from it. So what we do in our society, we're just okay. This is our society. I have to make an example. This is our society, and the only thing that we are chosen one, the 144,000, we're just snitches. The only thing that we do, we just keep on poking, 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 poking. Even if you're not like, it's not something that you be like, I'm poking, I'm just wanna, you're not even like in that energy, be like, I'm just gonna pop, 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 pop people. No, you just have to exist. You just have to be yourself. You just have to poke the motherfuckers. No, you're not poking the motherfuckers. You just be like, nah, I don't think that philosophy is work for me. I don't have to respect people just because they have status. If you're a dickhead, you're a fucking dickhead. If you have like, just because you have power, just because you're Beyonce, now I'm just have to shut up when I see that you're a shitty person. No, we don't do that. We don't. We just like poking by what? You're just being yourself. Have you ever noticed a lot of people who like, have you ever come across a celebrate and then you don't give them that what they want you to give, like do that recognition? Not that because they're bad, it's just that you can tell, oh fuck, they're always shitty as fuck. You just be like, I'm just gonna nah, I'm not gonna fight with that bitch. And then that's what we do. We just, that's why they hate you. It's just a huge society, and we are 144. How many people? Billions of people, or maybe trillions? I don't know. We just have to be this. We just have to poo poo poo. You just poke them motherfuckers without you doing anything. Just being yourself. They will have strategy to ruin you. They will, and then out of the blue, Probably you want to fight them the way they want you to fight, and then the next thing, what do? Probably your ancestors come through and you're telling like, nah, you don't have to say anything to this one. You don't have to whatsoever. You don't have to, they just calm you. Even if like you can tell, like this now, whenever you're in a situation whereby you are faced with a lot of motherfuckers who are trying by all means to make you feel some type of way, and then you know that you can that you can be in their shit energy, but you choose not to because you just know it's not something that will make you happy. It's not something that you like operating from. You don't like operating from a low vibrational state because it's heavy. It's so fucking heavy. It's heavy to be hateful. It's heavy to be mean. It's just something that you don't like. You just don't fuck with the energy. So what do? You being yourself, moving away, not trying to be like muscular to prove that, hey, I can fuck that bitch. Nah, you just be like, okay, I'm not gonna fuck that bitch. I'm just gonna be the way. Even like, you are so, oh, they're scared of me. No, they're saying that because you bruise their ego. You're not operating from ego most of the time. I'm not saying that it's wrong to operate from your ego, because some days you are needed to operate from that. But you just have to follow your soul, and that shit scare the shit out of them. The reason why we are fucking celebrities, it's just that not the way how Lee describes celebrities in our spiritual really, we are having a high ranking, and you just know that you elevated because we're constantly elevating and ranking. We're constantly stepping up. For example, I had like a dream whereby I was actually breaking cycles, but I didn't know. I just knew that I'm going through shit. I just knew that I'm feeling different whatsoever. And then in that dream, I saw like I'm like I people were congratulating me. They were not people. They were not people. They were nobody. It's just me wearing so feminine. If you know me, I usually look like a man. like I'm just love that vibe. So I really like do feminine stuff, like wearing a dress and heels. It's just not my vibe. I just prefer whatever it comes. Like, okay, I'm gonna wear this. So I'm really feminine. So in that dream, I was so feminine. Like I was in my energy and the lot of flowers. I just knew it's some sort of has to do with celebration of some sort. And I was like, what is that celebration? And it finally dawned like, okay, I'm being celebrated. The way I responded to certain situation, it was a test because we reincarnated on earth for whatever specific reason. Why we came on earth for the certain purpose that we came on about. Purpose is not about you being a YouTuber, you being a speaker, you being a special advisor, you being whatsoever. Just you existing, it's also a sole purpose. You be choosing to be a father, it's a sole purpose. You taking care of your loved one is a sole purpose. You taking care of yourself, it's a fucking sole purpose. They're trying to block my throat, man. Anyway, as I said, we are just 144, which is an eclipse. We redesigning. We fucking redesigning celebrity. And this is something that I came across on YouTube, on Instagram. There's this lady who's actually a healer herself. She wrote something like, a lot of people will moving away from following celebrities because a lot of celebrities, they're just a disturbance. She said a lot of people will follow true leaders because why? True leaders are demonstrating what is really happening. They are being honest. Obviously, not all of them will follow people like healers because not everybody is willing to heal. And I've said this many times. Our society is redesigned by sociopath. Sociopath, what do? They design things in order to make us blind, in others who will make us to be whatsoever. That's why whenever you're starting to be more conscious, you stay the fuck away from the mainstream. You just don't fuck with that shit. You just be like, I don't fuck it. Really, the more like even the song, you don't like. I'm just gonna see who have a new song. No, it just happened that you're in that place, and then you hear the song and be like, oh, okay. And then most of the time when I'm cooking songs, I go to songs with lyrics, or maybe I'm like, okay, I'll know that the person who actually sang the song was who and who, and then I'll be sing. I rarely remember the title. I just really even back then I was just never that much into like celebrating. So I just find it disturbing. So We are fucking celebrate. That's why right now a lot of celebrates are being shaken by the fact that a lot of healers are waking up. And as a lot of healers are waking up, a lot of people we they see us. They are scared the shit out of. They're so fucking scared, and they are so fucking scared. What do? They're still trying by all means to trade pandemics, because it's not just entertainment industry that is disturbing. Government is disturbing. There's something that one of the tarot readers said, Empress Lillian, and she got me. Like, I was like, do you know something that is so simple? It's so simple, but at the same time, you never even thought of it. She said something like, government doesn't have money. She like Government doesn't have money. God have money. But we grow up having that mentality. Oh, government whatsoever. I still like, oh, I have to find a job to have money. They took us fucking far away from the truth. They took us fucking far away from what we got by all the things that they traded, like school, like religion, all the bullshit. Like, oh, we just have to be in something that we don't like. I still don't find sport it's something that worth doing. Like, I don't. I just like it when I'm doing individually. I know that a lot of people are thriving in it, and I just find it there's something's off with sport. Like, I just don't fuck with that shit. Like, since I was a kid, like, I was like, nah, I don't like this shit. As much I did play netball, I was not that much deep into it. Not only that, I don't understand tax. I don't understand that motherfucker. Like, what is tax? Okay, we have to pay tax that we like. It's a shit thing. So as I know that I made a video about that, we are celebrities. That's why, even if, like, for example, you wouldn't have known Beyonce, like, you wouldn't have known Rihanna, but you just have to walk around and be like, people be bothered by existence. That's why whenever you're in a mall or probably in a shop, you don't have to wear to look good. I'm like, most of the time, this is my go-to bunny. I'm just gonna wrap it up and then put a skin bra or a whatsoever, a legging whatsoever, like whatever I choose to do on that day. But most of the time, I look like a hobo. My outfit most of the time look like a hobo. Like, I really like poop so much in, I just, as long as I'm clean, I'm smelling good, my clothes are clean, I'm just like, yeah. There was a time that I actually was like, but most of the time, I think most of my energy I lose feel good when I'm actually looking simple. Whenever I'm not feeling myself, I just choose to try to look better, like, because I don't wanna have like bad day and then feeling bad, and the next thing I need to look bad again. That's not how I roll. I just choose when I'm having a good day and I'm good inside. I just choose whatever, as long as it's comfortable. When I'm feeling some sort of way, I just like whatever. I need to look good today because of that. So, as I said, we are niggas. We are constantly like hawking. We are truth seekers. The thing is, with the celebrities, they don't bother. Like, they don't bother. Like like celebrities are few that are actually for us. When I'm saying for us, like society, not just for the chosen one, like for society. They don't give a fuck. They want them to praise. They want us to praise them. They want us to constantly being whatsoever. And if you notice, entertainment industry is dying. When I'm saying entertainment industry is dying, I mean, like, nobody cares. I'm not saying this because I stay the fuck away from it. I've noticed, like, nobody like is that into it, like back then, before, like, me knowing that I'm actually spiritual. Like, it was something that, like, a lot of people are not even giving a fuck now. Like, who release a song, like, they're not that much into it. And then why? Because a lot of healers are waking up. As a lot of healers are waking up, what do? We turn our energy back on us. As we do that, because they were using our energies before you even aware that they were using our energies. Have you ever noticed, most of the time, whenever you're putting motherfuckers on pedestal, like back then when you didn't love yourself, whenever you put those motherfuckers on a pedestal, they think they're walking on whatsoever. That how our energy is. We made people to go viral. We made people to be noticed for just being around you. You don't have to look like whatever physically. You just have to have a beautiful soul. You having a beautiful soul, it just makes you make it celebrate. You are being recognized in a spiritual ranking. You are constantly upgrading, constantly. The more you heal, the more you let go of certain karma, you get upgrade. That's why a lot of like chosen one or healers, they tend to have a different spiritual guide in whatever phase, because a certain spiritual guide will be about love, forgiveness, law, about you not doing something that in years later be like, you know, because even if you did something wrong, there's gonna be that angel will help you to forgive yourself. Like you'll be constantly reminded of some certain things about you. Don't They don't have to come, because like we are spiritual beings, and we as being spiritual, it doesn't mean our angel communicate with us the same way, because some people, like, they can hear voice like if someone is in your house, like that. It's something that happened to me, but it's not common. Like it's something that happened rare. Like when I hear people talking, like whenever like a spiritual people help from other realm, from other side, I rarely hear them like to the point that like in the house. But recently I've been hearing them, but it's not something I'll say, oh my god, it happened all the time. No, they just come in like in a way, they come in my head sometimes, but most of the time they use my heart. They try. I have to have a clean heart, forgiving heart, and not heavy heart. Even if whenever I realize when I'm ignoring my emotional needs, I realize, nah, I've been not attending my emotional needs. So most of them I realize, most of the downloads, I feel like I'm being blocked or something, because I'm not healing. I'm not releasing emotion that need to be released. So yeah, we are celebrities. You're not just having a celebrity aura. I'm like, you just okay, get it, you're being a modest, but motherfucker, we are celebrities. You don't have to have a high number of followers. Instagram, nah. Facebook, nah. YouTube, no. You don't have to be like that. We're not even trying to be celebrated. That's the most funny part. You just have to be yourself. So you just have to be like, the thing is, in our society, they program us to believe that we have to. I'm not saying working hard, putting effort in everything that you do, because I'll be lying that uh, a lot of like spiritual healers, they didn't put effort. Doing shadow work, it's one of the most hardest shit, and I'm so proud of you for doing that. And you breaking away from our society, starting a spiritual career, it's hard as fuck. But the thing is, with our celebrity aura, we are not trying. You just being a person, you existing, you breathing, you walking on that mall and having people staring at you, you walking on that whatsoever, having animals behaving right around you, having like, I just noticed most of the time I have birds like making some round around me. Sometimes they walk with me to the point where I just have to enter inside, and they were like, okay. Most of the time when I'm like I need message, I just look outside and then I get the message that I need. Sometimes you just need to see birds flying, being like, I don't know what move are they doing, and they were like, and then I'll become as fuck. My anxiety be all out. Sometimes I just have to see two birds and I know that okay, I need to calm down, because one bed it freaked me out. Not like it freaked me out. Most of the time when I see one bed, I just know that I'm just gonna experience some kind, to the point that it was like funny. Like it's funny to me. I was like, what? Like most of the time they warn me. Like my ancestors, they warn me like that. Like I will see one. Like I remember I saw one bed. I was like, oh fuck, what is it? Like I just know I'm just being prepared, because I tend to have like panic attack. Like in the past, I used to suffer from panic attack, and I realized it's because I was not open to messages, because they've been around me like for the longest time. It's just that I was not present. I was constantly in my head. I was constantly in everyone, trying to please everyone. I was a people pleaser. I just wasn't there. But you will notice, your ancestors, your spiritual guide, God has always been around you. It's just that you to have open heart. You needed to open to see things. So I was like, like this is one of the funniest thing. Okay, for me it's funny because you get like, what? You know, I saw one bed, like I think it was last year or something, and then okay, I hate bumping to people that I used to know, even if you're ex. I just don't like that shit. I just don't. It's like you know. So I happened to, like, I was taking a walk, like exercising and stuff, and then I saw one, but I was like, oh, I wonder what is it. And then I was like, okay. And then I saw my ex. It's like, okay. And then when I just came home, I was like, oh, I can't believe they did that. Like, I was like, I thought it was something extreme. Like, whoa, it's something extreme. Probably I will have, like, most of the time. I even, like, even if gonna have injured, like I'm gonna injure myself. More like I would see a bandage, whether in my dead eye, or I was not open to that. I've been receiving those information for a longest time, but I was not open. I would see a bandage, or maybe I would see something that has to do wound, but it will make. Do you know Final Destination? It's something like that with having that eye or being open. It's like something like that. You can see sign, but you don't know. It's not that, like, it's not that form. What is exactly? Like, I don't know. Let me think. There's a scene. I don't know which Final Destination is because I just don't. I just think I watched two, but not all. Like, I don't know. Like, but I don't know all of them. But you know, with Final Destination, you will see water, and then you just know this new person is gonna die through water, and they're whoever was open to that messages, and you be like, oh, you see, hands, like that person show that he will struggle with breathing, or maybe he will drown through water. It's like that, having it like that eye open. You're not gonna see everything. They're just gonna be like, ha ha ha, give you that, give you that, give you that information, and then you be like, it finally makes sense. Like, oh, it's like that. The movie Final Destination, it just have a lot. I never thought I would get down through a horror movie because I'm not a fan. So yeah, things like that. So we are just celebrities. That's why they don't like us. That's why they're trying by all means to silence us from when we're young. Friends were agents of so your shit friends that ghosted you were the fucking agents of a shit society. And there's high possibility that your friends you made, that they are no longer your friends now. There were people in a past life, people that you met in a past life, that they came to do the same thing, to take you out of yourself. Because the more you disconnect with yourself, the more fuck up your life. They like it when you're like that. Your toxic family members, those one who did witchcraft on you to stop your destiny, they knew that you were celebrating. That's why you were overwhelmed with the fact that were supposed to have a career in the spotlight. It fucking overwhelmed the shit out of you. Or probably when you were outside, people were treating you different than people that were than we were treated at home, because we were raised by horrible parents. We were raised by horrible, whoever that was the guardians towards you. They were fucking horrible. Those motherfuckers, horrible, horrible. And I don't know what coming, like whatever that you did in the past life to even deserve those motherfuckers. Okay, so you were just a step away from bed. They knew. That's why they never even said anything about good about you do. They always focus on the bad thing that you do. Even if you did something like clean the house to be spotless, you will cook it, like you keep your, and like you will do extremely. They will still have complaint. Like I remember, like this person was actually having some sort of like a traditional wedding, and my sister, she was having a traditional wedding. Mind you, she's told me that she's actually having a traditional wedding like in 2 days, and in 2 days that means she will be having a traditional wedding. And he was like, you know, okay, but you should have told me like early, because I need to prepare myself mentally. And she told me 2 days. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna let it pass because I prepare myself like in that 2 days. But I was not prepared that I would have to host, I would have to do everything. Like nobody's assistant. I was not assisted by anyone. When I put my effort like that, the motherfucker had audacity to complain. She was like, "Huh, why did you make it so not enough for everybody? How will I know how many guests will we having? You never bothered. Whenever I was trying to call you, you would just choose to switch off your cell phone. How, like, I was like, motherfucker, the audacity. And I knew from that day, I'm just gonna cut off this motherfucker. And I did, because it was not the first time. It's just that I was giving this motherfucker a chance to be better. But I was like, what? So I just did that. So yeah, we are just celebrities. That's why they're trying for all means to push you to be a slave. They're so whenever you're starting to be in a place where you in your energy and whatsoever, they are bothered. They bother the fact that now you're empress. Now we're bothered the fact that you're emperor. They're like, I can't use them anymore. We're trying all strategy. Also, like, why these people don't give up? Like, they will have money, like waste their fucking money to do you dirty witchcraft. Like, you were like, these people, like, we will say that they're fucking broke. Their money is not even that, like that. It's not even like that. The money that they're willing to spend, because doing witchcraft is expensive. Like, they will spend that shit. I'm like, are these people okay in their head? Like, you are not okay. Like, why would you spend so much money on nonsense? I get it that you have you were bothered by the fact that you are not like, you are bothered by the fact that you are not their friend anymore. They are bothered by the fact that you are not you counting them out. You don't consider them as family. You don't consider them as what. But motherfuckers will be like depressed as fuck. And you know what? They knew you are celebrating. It's just they don't say things like I'm a celebrate or whatever. This is download that I actually got yesterday, and I happen to talk a lot. I know I talk a lot. Okay, I mentioned high vibrational and we are truth speakers. Have you ever come across a celebrity that speak truth? Very like they're so rare. And I've recently come across Tupac. I don't know. There's something about Tupac, whether he was a truth seeker or whatsoever. I don't know. I was born in 1997, so I've never like go so much. But I noticed that I've recently watched one interview, so I can't just say he was, because it's not enough for me to get in on his energy. So I don't know, but most of the time they're saying things like he was a drug addict, blah blah blah. You know, then trying by all means to make him like he was a bad person. The fact that he died so young, I don't know, but there was something. Okay, I don't know, but there's something about Tupac. They a lot of information are rotating, but I don't know why. Probably maybe I need to bother myself with him. You don't have to try hard to, or you don't have to do anything to be celebrated. You just have to exist. They hate that. That's why we are programmed to believe that celebrity have to work. You have to work your ass up. You have to do what's. And those motherfuckers, Doja Cat complain. Like, she complain. Not because she complain. She's right to complain. She's right for saying things that she said. That they are waking herself up. They are doing whatsoever. Right now, I'm having download with the song Daddy, Daddy's little girl. Na 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 na. Hey, I think it's Beyonce. Beyonce. Daddy, I don't know, Daddy, something like that. Um, you're not trying to, you're not, you don't have to do anything. I mentioned that you are not trying, you're not trying anything. You're just yourself. You're just being your authentic self. You're not doing anything. You're not trying to sabotage people and then having money to help. Not trying to do people dirty and have money to get rid of that evidence. You're not doing any shit. You're not doing anything to cover up your reputation, because your reputation is just you. You being yourself, which is your reputation. You don't have a reputation that you have to cover. Because privately, public, you are the same motherfucker. I hate that. Okay, I mentioned that government don't have money, because this is a download I got for Empress Reading, so I don't want to say something that it like it's belong to me. I don't that it don't belong. Government don't have money, but God does. And tax, there's something about tax. It's shitty as fuck. It doesn't sit right. My spirit doesn't sit right with that shit. Or they were channeling on our energies when we were not weird awake. This is a time for healers. I said that in Doja Cat's music, Doja Cat made a music video, like most of her last album. I think it was, I don't know, but whereby there's a universe, she's channeling something where the song "Woman," and all the song in it. Most of the song have aliens. Healers are aliens. Okay, I know we see like aliens in our corner of our eyes, or probably whenever you're not doing something, you're not you see things moving things, or sometimes they like having a spider body, having a head of a crocodile. Those kind, I see those things, I'm like, what? Sometimes it scare me, like hi, because some of those things are things that we are another in another realm, or another dimension, whatever that you choose to prefer it as. So it's a time for aliens. Doja Cat is being telling them that uh, it's time for aliens. That's why she constantly channeling aliens. That thank you, yeah, get to ya. That song, yeah, it's a alien era. They were channeling on our energy. I mentioned that when I'm saying they were channeling on our energy, because we're not awake. There were few people who were psychic, and they were considered as weirdos, considered as, oh, they're crazy whatsoever, oracle, oh, they're crazy whatsoever. They no, they know what they were doing. They were trying to make us to be silent, trying to make us to have issue with our psychic abilities. We're trying by almost to silence us. And what they were shining on our ego, because what we do whenever you're watching like obsessed with a certain song, notice that song go viral, or even if it does not go viral as but a lot of people notice it because we put it on pedestal. Then what happened if with your ex-girlfriend, ex-boyfriend, when we look at them like they're too basic, they're too normal, but whenever they were around you, people started noticing them. Like, I didn't notice because I used to think I was in friendship. I didn't notice I was actually I hate channeling this woman, because I said she's satanic, Beyonce. I hate channeling her. I didn't notice that I was actually Beyonce. I used to think I was actually Michelle most of the time, because of how they treated me. I was like feeling like Michelle most of the time. But at the same time, I think I like being Michelle. Like, it makes sense. Like, I just prefer her over. So I was more like Michelle to them. But in all honest, I was Beyonce, because I don't know how many people can tell me whenever I have to be. I never understand why they have to, like, it's not something much. They usually can, if not just friends, like they will cancel you because they knew that you energy stand out. They don't want you to be recognized. They don't want to be on a spotlight. You take spotlight even you're not doing anything. You're just probably withdrawn, and they bother by the fact that you do, like, people notice you in a room, like, people will be a fool and be like, because you have a you are like, you're not having a celebrate aura. You are fucking celebrate. You are fucking celebrate. Just that the way they disrupt celebrating in this earth, in this planet, it's different. We're playing the, because I mentioned in one of my video that we are twin flames to ourselves too, not just from a partner. Our other part of our soul is existing to another plane. We are existing in another planet, not just Earth planet, another planet. We exist in, I don't know how many planets that we're existing on. It's not just parallel universe. We're existing in another planet. This is the one that I actually got, and I think I made a video about it like 2 weeks ago. I'm not sure. I mentioned that we're turning on our energy. That's why now entertainment industry is being in a phase where they're being threatened by us. That's why now you dream a lot of celebrities doing weird stuff on you. And like I said, like I've dreamed of Beyonce and Jay-Z doing some weird stuff on me. I didn't understand. There were crocodiles around. They were not trying, they were like, were blocking me not to move. And I was like, what the fuck? But I didn't put much into it until I listened to one of a YouTuber who's also a special advisor. And she's jogged my memory. I was like, fuck, it's not just her. I dreamed that I was dating Big Sean. Like, it's something that it happened long time ago. Like, Big Sean, like, he's not even a guy. Like, he's good looking and stuff. But I've never like trash on him. Like, I never like trash on celebrities except for actors, especially Korean actors. But like nah, United States, I was not that much into it. So I said they were using our energy, or a lot of air healers are waking up. I think I've been repeating the same thing, but you know what? This is actually a download that I got. You are fucking celebrate. You don't have to have a huge followers. You don't have to be so what. Even in the workplace, they try by all means to compete with you. Wherever you go, wherever they want what you have, they want your gift. They want. The funny thing is, they have something that they're good at. It's just that they can't compare you with them. Even if like you don't have to compare yourself to anyone, but they're obsessed with comparing themselves to you. They want to be recognized as you. They want you to be whatsoever because you're not doing anything. They work so hard, but you're not. You're just doing in things in a productive way. You're not pushing yourself to the limit. Maybe you did that in the past because that's what you've been told, but also said they're trying to say we're redesigning our society. Truth speakers are the fucking bubble. They try a lot of truth speakers on YouTube. They're being not allowed to. I won't say not allowed. They're trying by all means to distract your YouTube channel to not go viral, or trying to do something with your YouTube channel because the motherfuckers are bored. We are just big bold and the little. They're bothered by this little too. Instead of changing, instead they want out this information not come out. But you know what? They're not gods. They might be. The thing is, yes, they're gods and goddess, but for them, they're more operating from underworld, queen of darkness, queen of whatsoever. They're more in a darkness space, in hell. That's why they call it Christian, hell and heaven. So they're in hell. They're in hell. They're operating from hell. They're shadow self. They don't not willing to find a new information to improve. Instead, they wanna pew pew pew. Instead, they wanna poke us. They want because they know that we're neatly but they know as much as we're neatly, neatly can do a lot of damage. Just think about if I can just poke the whole. I don't even to like plan. You just have to be like poof, like this small thing, like it can poof, and then boom. So something like that. Okay, I think I talked too much. I can talk like for hours, so I'm just gonna make it like now. Bye.